Good morning, guys and girls. Hours about that then. Well, morning after the night before. Yeah, I had 2 fish last night. One 9, one scraped over 10. I thought, yeah, that'll do. Got to about 1 o'clock. Not past 1 this morning. No further activity. I found myself dozing. And like any good person of my age and standing, fuck it. Excuse the French. Rods in, sleep time. Set my alarms for 3:15. And 3:30. Again, person of my age, alarms went off today. Sod it. So it's now 5 o'clock. I've been up, 25 minutes. Rods are out. New places. Oh, listen to that. That's a bloody good time, isn't it? Oh. So rods are out. New places. Oh, crashing fish. May do or may not. We'll see. Same bog standard rig again. Blowback rigs. About 6 inches long. 1.5 inches hair. One's got sweet, one's got fish. So we'll see which one pulls away. With PVA bomb on each. So it's all going to be fun and games. Hopefully in the next sort of 25 minutes. If it is, then we'll put the fish on a old film and that'll be so good. Damn shit. Damn shit. A fucking dog. Right. Okay. Later, guys. Good morning again. Just to give you something how I think about fishing and carp fishing. Backleads and liners. I'm a great believer in backleads. If I know the lake, I can backlead because of lack of weed or good topography of the lake bed, then I'll do it. If it's a lake I don't know and I haven't really marked around to find or seen the lake prior to fishing it, I'll still backlead, but what I call loose backlead, not too tight so the line will lay over any weed out there. But I've still got a backlead pin and must close to me on the deck. Now, I've had a theory. It could be right, could be wrong, but this is my theory, and that's how I roll. Obviously, we get thermal layers in the water, and if your line's pinned to the bottom, this is it sort of defeats the object in a way. But if the line's pinned to the bottom, you really can't tell if there's a fish 1 foot, 2 foot, 3 foot, 4 foot, 5 foot, 6 foot, however deep the lake is or wherever your fishing is. Then again, if you're not using backleads, so you're going from basically 0 top foot of the lake to say 6 foot of the lake. Excuse me. If your line is running through that water depth at an angle, a very slight angle, it won't be acute because if you're fishing say 50 yards, the angle between your rod tip and the bait is so acute. You're crossing all through the thermal layers. If nothing touches that line, the fish are not moving around in the thermal layers. So it could be either pinned down to the bottom and not on your bait, or could be pissed off down the other end of the lake. Excuse me. So I look on the fact is, I would backlead nearly every lake I fish, apart from one where I could physically see the weed sticking out or floating on the surface in a certain area. Or I'd fish just the side of the weed to the left of the weed so I could get a backlead on. On this particular little lake, there are clumps of weed, and where I'm fishing, you can't see them. And I'm not 100% sure, but I've got no backleads on. The rods have now been out 10-20 minutes, and I've not had one bleep. So I've had no liner. That means there are no fish between me and my bait swimming through levels of thermal layers in the water between me and my bait, which is at 50 yards one way and 30 yards the other way. Yes, there are ducks, and they're the other pain in the... Oh. Right, we just lost that one. And that was the one at 50 yards. There we go. Right, guys and girls. I just lost that one, and that was the one at 50 yards. So I'll come back to you in a minute. Well, here we are again. Bit of excitement, bait living in the water. Gosh, 15 minutes. That was a left-hand rod cast at 50 yards. Cast again, same setup, PVA bomb, dipped in a little bit of something, and I'm within 10 foot, 10-15 foot where the other one went off, but I think they're in that area, so it ain't going to take me long to suss it. So hopefully someone will pick up again. When I first heard it go, I thought that was what we were talking about, a liner. But then the rod tip pulled around quite well. But I think it, after just adjusting the blowback system on there, I think it was a fish, but we lost it. But hey, that's the life of the game, isn't it? I'm not a fisherman, I'm a man who catches fish. I've caught 2, had a sleep, I nearly had another one. Oh, yeah, cheers. I can't say I brought these Carpology mugs because I didn't. Hope I get a bit of branding for that lot. Carpology. Keeps your coffee nice and warm. Where was I again? Oh yeah, back leads and non-back leads. I'm a true believer. On this lake, maybe not. If I was fishing fairly close in, I might put a small back lead on, or I'd put the tethers on. But as it stands at the moment, I'm getting runs without them, so I'll play this game today. If you've ever seen any of my little video blogs before, especially on tips and hints, I'm using the same methods I always use with the PVA bag. I'll run through that again in a little while. I'll get a PVA bag, a bit of line, and I'll show you how I put the PVA bag on. Basically, it helps with the large chuck. I'm not a great believer that PVAs are that strong if they're side hooked. Puts a lot of pressure on the mesh. Solid bags are different because you can bury everything inside. Whether I would do that, I don't know. But I have this little method which I do, which you can basically put a knot in your hook link, which is not a physical. It's not a knot. It's not a physical knot, but that keeps the PVA bag in a nice little bundle. Strapped, it's tight to your hook link, and if you're using braided hook link, it doesn't cause any problems at all. And I've never lost a fish. Touch wood. So we'll close it there for a little while. A bit of excitement. So if I get a fish on, hopefully get some footage later on. Take it easy. Bye bye. Right, this is the lake I'm fishing. This is Daisy's pool. We're up the deep end. And as you can see, if you look carefully, it's a flipping misty morning. But there's a hell of a wind out there. It's got a good ripple on the lake. Usually on a misty morning like this, you wouldn't get so much wind. But I think that's because we're in Warwickshire and they have different weather to us. And the weatherman said it was going to be a brilliant start to the day. What a cock up that is. It's now 20 to 7. And look at that. That's pathetic, isn't it? That's pathetic. You know, I'm glad actually. Because if it got too fucking sunny, they wouldn't want to fish too well, I don't think. But we've had 3, so we're quite happy at the moment. Could do with a 4. One on the right-hand rod would be nice. That'd even it up, and I'd be quite happy. I'd probably piss off to pick Jill up actually, but you know, we'll just see how it goes. Right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you got this. This is a lovely little mirror. A bit of a clean down. I've got a fanny fin that's going to give me a bit of a slap this morning. So we've got chuckle. This is a nice and chunky mirror. Here she comes. And there we are, guys and girls. A nice little chunky mirror to start the day off. Nice little fish, isn't it? And I would say, I'm not going to weigh this, but it's definitely 5 baggies sugar in this one. So I say just a tad over 10. Not a lot, again, but it's a nice fish. Okay. Hello again. Here we are. Monday morning, 8 o'clock. Rods have been out 25 minutes. Oh, excuse me. And excuse me if you don't smoke, but I do. So while I'm doing this, I'm going to have a quick shuffle before I have my bacon sandwiches. Oh, freshly cooked bacon. Freshly cooked bacon. Now, what can be better? A full roast on a Sunday afternoon. But here we go. Right. I have a theory, and whether one or two of you know about it or not, or know or use the theory, that is, if I cast a shell and fish, I'll give it 30 minutes. If there's not a take or no indication, reel in, go somewhere else. I do that in a lot of my fishing actually. I give it about 30 minutes, whether I'm casting to a shell and fish or just casting to a feature or casting to this or casting to that, wherever. I like to... Oh, excuse me a minute. Yeah, no, that was a big kingfish. Well, unfortunately, I can't cast it because I've got to go across the island to get to it. Anyway, as I was saying, every 30 minutes, reel in, rebag, recast. It's something I've done for a lot of years, and with some success. And just, you know, I've proved it again here. Just popping a bait in certain areas with a little bit of free food in a PVA bomb seems to work magic. I cannot honestly see the point of sitting behind still bobbins or still the swingers for hours on end waiting for fish to come to you, because they could all be up the other end of the bloody lake or down that margin over there or down that margin over there, and you're cast right at the front. So you've got to increase your chances of putting a carp on the bank or a fish on the bank, in the net, wherever. And the only way I can think about doing that is recast every 30 minutes, 35 minutes. Obviously, if there are fish showing above the bait continually, then I'll leave it out there longer, because they're obviously coming up to clean the rakes, and they must be getting the heads down as well. Especially if you get 2 or 3 different fish jump. Now, when you don't see it very often, you'll get a fish jump like a mirror, then you'll see a common then jump, and you'll see another mirror of a different sort, all jump within like 6 foot of each other in a little circle. And if your bait's down there, I'd leave it, because if there's 3 fish down there and coming up and cleaning the rakes, there's something down there they're feeding on. That's my opinion. I don't force it on people, but I do try to let people know sometimes, excuse me, that's the best way to go. Anyway, I'm going to finish my cigarette, and then I'm going to have some brekkie bacon sandwiches. Oh, nothing can beat it. Oh. Okay, guys. Another lovely mirror. Some of them was taken in the net. And other than that, well, I told you about the 30-minute rule, didn't I? Just had a run. I literally just turned off the camera, went out, started doing a bit of tidying up. Left-hand rod ripped away from the margins about 60 foot away on the north bank, and there was a lovely mirror, about 10-12 pound again, and slipped up. There I come. Hook sharp. I know it's sharp. I stabbed myself with it earlier on. So, there we go. It's better though this time, because the last time I fished this lake I had, can't remember now, 7 7 slips. So I've had 1. So the ratio is better. So we should rebag, get everything sorted out, and carry on tidying up. Here we go again.